I think you're clearly seeing a very interesting battle, a lot of dust being thrown up. You get the impression that Bush, seeing the whole focus on Iran-Contra, has decided that it had to do something, and so it started this fight with Bob Dole, and I think they're very pleased that regardless of how it comes out, at least they've changed the subject. I think that from I don't think even the Bush people I've talked to, from the Bush point of view, they're clearly better off to have almost anything happen than what was happening last week. They did have the blip upward from Rather, and then it seemed to go right back down again with editorials and news stories going right back to the Iran-Contra.
We are losing this war. We have to come up with a strategy.
Well, it seems we have but two choices. We can bleed out here, or we can retreat and fight for the Northeast.
But if we leave, it carries with it the momentum which we're going to lose.
We are going to lose the momentum anyway. We best plan strategically. It seems to me that if we surge our resources here...
We just got a message. Seems the delegates here are going to bend the knee for Dole. As a matter of fact, they're not even going to go for you second. This is bad.
Seems the choice has been made for us after all. Generals, take this message immediately and deliver it to the commander. Let him know.
We are not your delivery boys, you no good little Johnny-come-lately scoundrels.
You look here.
Calm down.
I don't see why we are not involved in forming strategy.
Look, Generals, we're on the same team and we have to all do our part for this to function properly. We can talk changes later, but this is no time for a delay.
Up yours!
No, I have to say this. They need to hear. All of the Army and all the generals, 1-star to 5-star, all report to the man in that room, Chairman Lee Atwater. Chairman Lee reports only to Commander Bush. We are a part of the small council. That means that we report to Chairman Lee, and we speak for Chairman Lee. So we relay orders given from the chairman, which makes you subordinate to those orders.
Sorry, Generals. We mean no disrespect, but what he's saying is essentially true.
You no good little hurry-come-ups.
I know that we've not been here as long as you have served to move up the ranks, but this is our job.
We make the strategy in this room. Commander Bush chooses the path to take, and you make tactics to carry out our strategy. That is how it works.
We will comply. Ultimately, we all are working for Commander Bush. Where is the message? Commander Bush, I just got a report from Chairman Lee. Lee Atwater says that we're in a really bad position. We have lost in our battle against the Dole army, despite our numbers advantage. Dole has slaughtered our forces in the battle at Waterloo, and he's mobilized his entire army, heading here. They're already in Mason City, so they could reach our main base in minutes. Sir, it is our belief that he intends on ending this right away. We have less than 5,000 troops left, and morale is down. We've arrested 75 men attempting to run. There is no way to stop Dole. He approaches with 18,000 troops. Commander Bush, you have to escape quickly to the northeast. We have a small convoy to intercept with Sununu. There you will be safe and able to pick up the pieces in the northeast.
Sir, we were complacent, but we gotta leave the remaining men here so that we can retreat.
Well, complacency can be a problem if you're viewed as being too far ahead. And you just gotta keep your troops lined up and keep them out there because...
It will take a little convincing, Chairman Lee.
We're leaving them here to die. It's the only way that we can escape alive.
Dole has control of the delegates along with Pat Robertson.
Some of our men are defecting and running away.
Just leave little Georgie here to show the men that there is something to fight for, and I will personally escort him to the southwest. And I will prepare a convoy of 500 men who will safely guard us on our rendezvous with General Sununu in the northeast. Sir, I haven't got word from Haig. His help would be surely needed, as the position that we're currently in is very challenging. We might not come out of this alive.
USA Today calls it the Iowa surprise. Pat Robertson takes second place in the Iowa. First of all, what does that mean for Bush placing third?
Well, it's a very serious problem for Bush.
We need you to say something to encourage them to fight.
From the cities to the suburbs to the loneliest town on the quietest street, to take our message of hope and growth for every American, to every American. I will keep America moving forward, always forward, for a better America, for an endless, enduring dream and 1,000 points of light. This is my mission, and I will complete it.
Sir, we have to leave right now. We have to leave little Georgie here as well to convince them to stay. Don't worry, we'll ferry him southwest once Dole's forces have engaged.
Sir, we have to go, right now. This is your last chance to escape.
You heard the commander. We light up the bastards. Let them know that if we must go, they will never take us alive.
Yes, sir, the commander's son is still on base, leading the remaining 4,000 troops. The commander's son escaped and is on his way to the southwest. General Clemens will secure his safe travels as he's heading in their direction with a sizable force.
We gotta figure out what is his weakness and burn a quarter of our resources on our next attack.
Agreed. We need to make our next attack count. What do you think about the Battle of the Seven Dwarves?
Hell, I don't know.
The battle on the left? They say that a powerful man from the Big Apple will destroy them all and will eventually come for us. His name is
We might see
Cuomo.
the first black commander-in-chief.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Especially since Lee has a southern strategy. But for now, it's interesting. Let's see how
I know.
that turns out.
That's what they said the last two times, but he is powerful. We must go. We still haven't heard any word from Haig.
I think so. Yes, he won. There's just no doubt about it. Dole smashed Bush, and that has got to bode well in the upcoming weeks. But it is a significant victory for Bob Dole, even though it is in a neighboring
Sir,
state.
we won't be in the same situation again, as the Northeast is much more secure than the Midwest. The Midwest was a free-for-all. General Sununu has local resources which we are able to tap. Sununu reports that Operation License Plate was successful, and we now control an entire section of the Northeast. Dole will not be able to kidnap our delegates as he did before.
Sir, we really are ashamed about what happened in the Midwest.
You mean just losing?
Sir, we...
This doesn't come out wrong. It's a character builder. I mean, I think I'm a better person because I've tasted defeat. Now I work like the dickens to see that I wouldn't be defeated. It hurts a lot, but you learn to lose. You learn that there's a life beyond your own personal defeat. You learn that you got to be gracious in victory and defeat. You learn the pain of losing is not yours alone. In my case, the pain of a lot of volunteers and staff people that helped me every inch of the way. There's so many lessons you can get out of a defeat.
Commander Bush, I prefer to learn from victory.
But there's a lot of lessons you can learn in victory, too.
We have less than a week. We need a strategy. Well, Dole won the first battle. He's leading in the Northeast. Pat Robertson has got the evangelicals in the South on lockdown. We don't have any wiggle room.
Well, at least we have the most in our war chest.
We raised a lot of money, but it was minuscule compared to what...
Compared to what Dole has?
Yeah.
Chairman Lee, how much money do we have to use for our next maneuver?
You can only spend $22 million.
$22 million for a single attack. Wow. How much will we have left after the attack?
Oh, I want to say $200,000.
We can't lose because we are saving funds,
Cannot
right?
say I lost because I did not have proper funding.
Exactly.
This rich bastard might be coming to torpedo us.
The 41-year-old New York billionaire arrived on his own helicopter and was greeted by the man who wants to draft him.
People look at certain people, maybe me.
Trump would never dare attack a Bush. We don't have any advantage. We're doomed.
At this rate, we will surely lose for sure, unless we can tackle this one problem at a time.
We should get rid of Pat Robertson first?
No, he might not have money, but he's got what we use the money to get. The evangelicals will go to war for him. Besides, we don't want to piss them off.
So we go for Dole?
No, Dole's the strongest. He can just rope-a-dope us while Pat wins.
So first we need to get Donald Trump out of the picture.
Correct.
Do you think that he thinks he can actually win?
No, I think Trump is only doing this for the publicity.
So what do?
We force his hand.
To me, and I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
I probably would want to rule it out totally because I really am tired of seeing what's happening with this country, how we're really making other people live like kings and we're not.
Could the Manhattan magnate be eyeing the White House, or is he just calling a bluff?
Well, I don't know. I think I'd win. I tell you what, I wouldn't go in to lose. I've never gone in to lose in my life. I would say that I would have a hell of a chance of winning.
Sir, your report. Chairman Lee, accompanied by 3 servicemen, took a chopper to the Trump base for a reconnaissance trip. This trip was wildly successful. Commander Bush, the aim was to see how many forces Trump had ready for him to join the fight. Turns out that aside from a few personal securities, Trump has only acquired scouts. This confirms that he is interested in the fight. However, he has not yet raised an army. We could just scare him off with an attack.
I'm not looking to be a candidate. I'm not a candidate. I'm not running for office.
Now we got rid of Donald Trump, that was great and all, but now we have to worry about Dole. He's definitely going to take the Northeast from us, making us look like fools. Then Pat Robertson is going to control the South, and we're all left with nothing.
You're right. Let's go full speed ahead with this sneak attack.
But Dole has no weaknesses.
It doesn't matter what's his weakness. It matters what everyone thinks it is. We will invent a weakness, and he won't have any time to respond.
Commander Bush, the messengers have returned, and both Robertson and Dole have committed to the posture treaty on Trump. They have all compromised their main bases, though you can never truly tell Robertson's positions, as his army cannot be seen.
We will have to burn Dole here. We'll use half our resources to make this point swiftly and drown out any rebuttal.
Sir, Chairman Lee has set the course for victory. We're in waiting at Dole's base. We have commenced the attack of Dole's northeast base. His army was too far north, which left them exposed for our attack. The forces which remained at his main base were not enough to protect him. Dole was not expecting the attack, and he barely escaped alive. He was last seen retreating south, with what little forces remained after the fight was over.
This may have just saved us. We now have to deal with what winning this battle cost us.
You're right. We won this battle, but it might cost us the war.
The next battlefield is in the south. How do we beat Pat Robertson down south? We used up half our money already. We either save all our remaining resources for the big battle or we raise more money.
Commander, I'm afraid we have no choice.
Sir, our back is against the wall.
Commander, you will have to take the pledge.
Sir, your security detail is formed and ready for your diplomatic trip.